Alrighty, my friends, welcome to another video here. In this video, I'm going to be doing the little recap on the, whatchamacallit, like this small account thing that I've been trying to do here. If you guys remember from a few videos ago, I said that I'm trying to make specific videos for certain things that I'm trying to do. And then I figured, well, might as well see what I can do with a little small account between, while I'm doing what I do. Anyway, so long story short, I haven't had too much of a chance to trade this week. I've been pretty tied up. I traded on Monday, but I've been, like I said, tied up. I had this event thing to do on Tuesday, and then I've been trying to deal with one of my properties for a while. I've been trying to sell it, so that's pretty much what I've been, tied up with this week, trying to get wrapped up and finalized and all that. So kind of a busy week for me, so I haven't really had a chance to keep up with this little small account thing, and I haven't had a chance to really even make this video. So I want to knock it out real quick for you guys here. So I'm just going to show you guys how we made, with less than $250, how we made $1,300 in a week, pretty much. Or how we were able to turn the account from $250 to $1,500, however you want to word it. That's what we're going to go over here. In this, I want you guys to focus on a few things. I want you to focus on, one, my winning ratio. How often do I win? How often do I lose? 2, focus on how my losses are compared to my gains, things like that. That's just, but at the end of the day, all that really matters here is just showing you guys, because I teach all that kind of stuff in my course, the management, all that kind of stuff, how you can win more often, how you can win more money when you win, and how you can lose less when you lose. All that I go into detail there later. But what I'm trying to do here is just show you guys the idea of building a small account so that you guys can see that you can do it as well. I'm not some kind of a genius, all of a sudden, I'm Albert Einstein. No, I'm actually I'm not going to say I'm stupid. I had really bad grades in high school and everything. So it's not because I'm stupid. It's because I didn't care. Anyways, well, maybe I am stupid. You never know. So anyways, let's get into this here. So first of all, there's 5 trades. I know it looks like there's more, but this win trade and this GS trade, they were the same trade. It's just I added in, or I sold half or something like that. So, you can see the date is the same. I got in, 12-7, got out 12-7 on the win, both of them. On the GS, it's 12-10, 12-10. And then, I have it set from just the whole week pretty much. But I can set it to the first just to show people, because then people might say, oh my God, no, he's not showing everything for the whole thing. Well, it's the same thing. But anyways, that's the whole point. It's up $1,300 in 1 week. I know it's a little bit more than a week because, I haven't traded for the last couple days. But I mean, my point is that out of however many times I traded 5 times. I started with $225 on the first trade, but we're just going to say $250 for the sake of simplicity here. So we're going to say that the account started with $250. So with $250, we've already made a profit of $1,300. So the account's at $1,500 basically. You see what I'm saying there? So you went from $250 to $1,500. I mean, in a week, literally in a week. And the funny thing about it is I wanted to do this small account I call it a challenge. It's not really a challenge. It's just to kind of see what I can do with it. I wanted to see what I can make with it in a month. And I was expecting, all right, you know what? Maybe by the end of the month, we'll be at $1,000. That's what I was hoping. Well, we already surpassed that goal within a week. Because, $250 to $1,000, guys, that's 100%, that's a $250 profit. 200% is a $500 profit. 400% is a $1,000 profit. So we're already up more than 400% on the entire account in less than a month. And my goal was to do it by the end of the month. And just to put it in scale for you guys, into ratio here, because the way the market works, it scales. So you would have started with 250 and now you're at 1,500. You would have made 1,300. Or if you started with 2,500, you would have made 13,000. You would be at 15,000 on your account. So you would have turned 2,500 into 15,000. Now, I'm not trying to get wild and get anyone excited, but imagine if you put 25,000. You were starting with that, and because everyone has different risk tolerances. Everyone, has different lifestyles, that the way they're brought up, the way they manage money. Everyone's different, Somebody might be like, oh yeah, $25,000 is nothing. Somebody made fun of me for my Lamborghini. They're like, what did you do? Pay $90,000 for that? I'm like, oh my God. Actually, no, I paid less than that, but I mean, shoot. What are you going to make fun of me for buying a car for $90,000? All right, I don't know what kind of family you were raised in, but damn, dude, my family's never even seen $90,000. You know what I'm saying? So everyone has like a different risk tolerance. I'm just trying to say, you know, maybe the millionaire that grew up somewhere else might say, $25,000, dude, that's nothing. I spend that in a month on my, you know, Gucci and my Supreme. You never know who's who. But that's what I'm trying to say. Imagine you come and you put $25,000 in. Remember, that doesn't mean you're risking $25,000 on your first trade. Obviously, you guys get my point. We already talked about that in all the other videos. But just to keep things on ratio here, if you put $25,000 in, you'd be making a lot of money, guys. You'd be at like $150,000 on your account already. Or maybe not. Maybe my math is stupid again. No, we would. You'd be at $150,000 on your account already. So, just trying to show you guys like this. And this is within a week. Within a week. Obviously, I'm going to play with this a little more. Probably get back into it next week. Because, you know, like I said, I've just been too tied up this week. Dealing with like a bunch of stuff. So anyways, let's highlight this individually. And then we'll wrap up the video here for you guys. So I had 5 trades. The Win is one. The GS is one. And then, you know, the NVIDIA, Baba, and Boeing. And again, these are all real stocks. I don't think none of these stocks are less than $100. So how am I able to make that much money on these stocks that cost so much? These are the people that message me on Instagram. How did you make a 25% profit? The stock didn't even move $2. You know, like, oh my God, learn, go educate yourself. Stop, you know. And the funny thing is, they're not asking me in terms of like, you know, asking for information. They're mostly like, stop scamming people, stop lying with your Photoshop. 25%, no one makes 20. Like, dude, come on, like, you know. Anyways, that's besides the fact. So we have 5 trades. I had only 1 loss. So let's do the math for you guys. That means I have 4 wins out of 5 trades. That's an 80% win ratio, guys. Now, I mean, obviously, let's just give me the big benefit of the doubt. Let's say it's 75. Let's just say it's 70. How about that? Let's just say it's 70. You know, knock me down one more. Knock me down another 10%. Because, I mean, even if I placed another trade and lost, how do I clear this? It would be 4 gains out of 6. So that'd be around the 70%. So let's just say I'm 70%, we can say. Just because I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. No, don't start playing an ad for me. I'm talking about management-wise, in terms of managing your risk. If you don't have any management and all you do is just you win as much as you lose, and let's say you win $1,000 and you lose $1,000, that means out of 10 trades, and this is saying with a 70% ratio, not my 80% that you can actually see factually happen. But let's say 70. That means out of 10 trades, you're going to win 7 and you're going to lose 3. So if you make $1,000 every time you win and you lose $1,000 every time you lose, this is really terrible risk management, by the way. That's not how I manage my risk. As you guys can see, I win more every time I win than I lose. But let's just say I win the same amount that I lose. With the strategies I have in my system of trading, it makes me right 80% of the time. Let's say 70. So that means 7 out of 10 trades, I'm going to make $1,000. But hey, 3 out of 10, I'm going to lose $1,000. So I made $7,000, then I lost $3,000. Guys, I still made $4,000. This is why I say consistency is key. Now imagine if I make $2,000 every time I win, and I lose only $1,000, because you can control it with your risk management. That means for 7 out of 10 trades, guys, I'm making $2,000. That's $14,000. Hey, I'm going to lose. It's okay. 3 out of 10, I'm going to lose $1,000. That's $3,000 loss. Guys, I made $11,000. See what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if you lose. Who cares if you lose? You're going to lose. Accept it. It's part of the game. It's like saying, I don't want to drive a car because I might get a flat tire. Oh, well, good luck. You're not going to go anywhere in life. Literally, how are you going to get anywhere? You know, are you going to walk everywhere? You know, it's like, come on, dude. Anyways, so 80% ratio is what we have here on the account so far. And that's also why I say, like, I only trade like once a day. And if you don't see anything that lines up with your strategies, don't trade. A cash position is better than a losing position. You have to have a plan. You have to have a strategy. You don't just go throwing darts in the dark. Your win ratio won't be high at all. You have to have a strategy, a system, then you have to have risk management. So let's look at it here. On the win trade, let's start from the top. We'll start from the first trades out. So, first trade with one contract, I made $114. Then I sized up on the next trade. I lost, but I sized up and I still lost less. So either way, let's just say we did the same thing. The size doesn't really matter. So, and all of these prices are with the commissions already accounted for. For example, this was only an $85 loss. But I had to pay $5 for the commissions to open the trade, $5 for commissions to close the trade. And the funny thing about it, people complain about commissions all the time. I'm like, dude, commissions aren't that big of an issue at all. If you're really going to be making some money, you don't have to worry about that. It's funny, my commissions are wild sometimes, but hey, I mean, compare it to the profits, who cares? So, if I did this on my other account, the account that I normally use with the broker I normally use, the commissions would have only been, let me see, $18. No, times 2, $36. So it would have been about half of this exactly. The commissions would have been half. And that's the funny thing is, like, in my course, I teach people how to, negotiate better commission rates and get better commission rates with their brokers. And it's wild because just how much money you're going to save on your commissions literally pays for the course. I have people email me that all the time. Like, yeah, man, I got my commissions lowered, blah, blah, blah. And then like 3 months later, they'll send me a message. Hey, man, like, I just wanted to let you know that, like, I would have spent, like, however much money on commissions, but now I only spent this much. That's a, $3,000 difference or $2,000 difference. Now, it doesn't matter their commissions if they're making money. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if I had to spend even $100 here, if I'm making money. But, the point is that, it's a difference. It's like a business. You don't have to only focus on maximizing your gains, but you have to also focus on minimizing your costs as well. So, let's just get back into this here before I get all sidetracked. So, five trades, one loss. I mean, shoot, if I even wanted to puff my rate up, I would call these each individual trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'd say I only had one loss out of 7 trades. Obviously, I'm not going to lie to you guys, but I mean, even if I try to do that kind of BS, because there's guys out there that will. What's 6 divided by 7? Why isn't it clearing? 85%. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, but no, that's really what it is. It's 80% there. So, first trade, I made 114. Realistically, it was 125, but then the $10 commission. It would have only been $3 commission here if I did it on my other broker. But, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to make a big deal. I don't really care about these little commissions. So, $115 gain. I'm sorry. It was a 120. Yeah, we're going to read it like this. 115, then a 95 loss. Then we'll call this a 155 gain. And then NVIDIA was a 136 gain, because remember the GS was one trade. So 155 here, 136 here. And then the win was like $1,000 trade right there. But I mean, forget win. Let's pretend win didn't even come into the equation there, guys. That means out of 4 trades, I won 3. That's like 75%. See? So, and imagine, see what I showed you guys. If you have my risk management, imagine you risk 2. You risk 1 to make 2. Or even if you risk 1 to make 1, you're still coming out on top. But obviously, I risk less to make more. Now, I'm still trying to get, adapted to like the whole small size and like, scaling down and like managing my risk like that on a smaller account. It's the same thing. It just takes a little scale. That's why I tell my students when they start trading, don't start trying to make this like, $1,000 a day. Start with trying to make like $100 a day. Then slowly work your way up because you have to adapt a little bit. So, but either way, even with like my adaptation, whatever the word is, I'm still losing less than I won on everything. All of my gains are bigger than my losses. That's the name of the game that I'm trying to say here is you have to win more often than you lose, and you do that by learning about the market, by having knowledge, by having skills. That's how you win more often than you lose. Then you have proper risk management. And then you have discipline to tie all that in, and you're set to go. So let's see how much money we made exactly. Obviously, we can see it here. it adds it up for you. And you can see the initial trade, one contract at $210. It didn't even cost more than $210. So we turned basically $210 into $335. Then we took that $335 and invested $330 of it. It doesn't mean if we lose, if we're wrong, it doesn't mean we're going to lose it all. No, we have a risk management. So we took a loss. So that 210 turned to, $335. We put that $335 into another trade. We lost, so now it's only $238. But again, I'm going to end up wasting your guys' time if I keep digging at this like that. So, point is, we made a profit, we lost, and then we made a bunch of profits. You add it all together, we ended up making the $250 to $210 into a profit of $1,311, which puts you at like $1,500 on your account. So that's pretty much that. I mean, I'll add up the numbers here for you guys. I mean, you guys don't need to see it, but you know what? I'm just going to do it on my phone. You guys can just follow along. It's easier for me to do it by hand. 114.06 minus 95.96 plus 44.51 plus 110.51 plus 136.03 plus 350.36 plus 651.68 gives you $1,311.19. So we made $1,300 in a week using less than $250. So that was pretty much that there, guys. Not much that really went into it. Just a quick little, summary of all this. I kind of went on along a little bit longer than I planned to with this. Yeah. But anyways, that's pretty much that there, guys. Just trying to show you guys that you guys can build small accounts. You don't have to trade these penny stocks. You can start with a small amount of money. You can trade real stocks. Consistency is key. So yeah, I'll try to keep up with this more throughout the month of December. I do still have to make some more of those videos that I'm trying to do for this thing that I'm trying to put together. So I am going to try and place more trades on this, but probably starting next week once I have more time. And if I do, then I'll try and update you guys on this little small account thing. But yeah, I mean, I reached my goal. My goal was to turn 250 into 1,000 by the end of the month, and I did it in a week. But anyway, so that's that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. You know the deal. Just thumbs up, subscribe, all that. Show some love. And yeah, just have a great rest of your day. Or a great rest of your night, wherever you are. Just have a great rest of your life, as I like to say.